A video of Juliusmalema, the leader of the Economic Freedom Fighters, EFF, looking clearly angry has gone viral on social media, creating an exhilarating spectacle that has set the virtual world on fire. Before we continue, please kindly hit on the subscribe button. The video, which is oozing with contempt and anger, shows Malema in an uncommon moment of unbridled rage as she lashes out at the audience with a barrage of harsh comments over their voting choices. The video shows Malema standing in front of a crowd of people, his face a picture of pure frustration, and it has gone viral across platforms with the pace of a virus epidemic. He roars, "Stop telling me to fight for you. Your voice is like a lightning bolt, piercing the atmosphere. You had the opportunity to get rid of Ramaphosa, but you decided we were foolish and let him win again. More suffering and don't call me." Malema's remarks ripple through the throng, a sea of confused and chastened faces, as the crowd stands in shocked silence, every word dripping with tangible disappointment. His outburst highlights the difference between his vision for South Africa and the reality created by the electorate's recent choices. It is both a lament and a denunciation. Malema's outburst is a reflection of the larger political unrest that is simmering among the EFF and its supporters, not simply a moment of personal annoyance. The party views Ramaphosa's re-election as a lost chance for revolutionary change since it has long positioned itself as a radical alternative to the African National Congress, ANC. The video has caused a flurry of comments as it keeps going viral, ranging from ardent support of Malema's openness to severe condemnation of his censure. The tragedy has definitely fueled the heated debate over South Africa's political destiny and clouded the country's continuing fight for real change and leadership. Malema has shown once again that he is a divisive but unquestionably significant figure in the turbulent political landscape of the nation at this moment of unadulterated passion and frank candor. President Cyril Ramaphosa's proposal for a government of national unity, GNU, that would include all political parties with parliamentary representation has once again been sharply rejected by Juliusmalema, the leader of the Economic Freedom Fighters, EFF. Malema expressed his disapproval on Twitter, now X, saying, "We can't share power with the enemy," alluding to the Democratic Alliance, DA, the second largest political party in South Africa. The current election results, in which no party won an absolute majority to rule, provide the background for this proposition and Malema's reply that followed. The DA, Jacobzuma's MK party, and the African National Congress, ANC, finished as the top three parties, with the EFF coming in fourth. This fragmented result calls for discussions over possible governance arrangements in order to prevent political impasse. The goal of President Ramaphosa's proposal for a GNU was to establish an inclusive and wide-ranging administration that included all parties holding parliamentary seats. This plan aims to promote stability, cohesion, and group problem-solving in the face of South Africa's intricate socio-economic issues. Nonetheless, the political landscape's ingrained divides and ideological tensions are highlighted by Malema's swift and unequivocal rejection. After sending out his tweet, Malema clarified his stance in a video address, suggesting that a coalition government made up of parties with similar ideologies would be a better option. While both terms are often used interchangeably, a GNU typically involves all parliamentary parties, whereas a coalition typically forms between parties sharing similar ideologies or goals, Malema said. Clearly, he would prefer a partnership that shares the extreme economic and political attitude of the EFF than a broad-based GNU that includes their political rivals. Malema's adamant ideological differences are the basis of his resistance to the DA sharing power. The DA strategy is based on property rights and the market, whereas the EFF supports policies like nationalizing important companies and expropriating land without compensation. It is quite improbable that there would be a peaceful GNU with both parties because to these core differences. The EFF leader's position emphasizes how difficult it is to establish a government in the present political environment. Although a GNU may be seen as a means of guaranteeing stability and wide representation, it also requires a great deal of compromise and a readiness to cooperate across ideological barriers. Malema seems to feel that these concessions will weaken the EFF's basic beliefs and objectives, as seen by his proposal for a coalition of like-minded parties. The debate's wider ramifications touch on South Africa's capacity to handle its urgent problems. The nation is dealing with